What's going on? You locked in with the Innovators YouTube. You already know I got the best interviews right here, man. I got my guy Aud Rigo in the building. What's up? How you doing?
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's poppin'? Big Northeast in the building.
And I got my guy Jayy808. What's poppin'?
What's happening? What's happening? How you doing, man?
First, I want to say it's a pleasure and a blessing to have y'all here. I appreciate y'all coming through today for sure.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you,
man, for real.
Just to get into it, let the people know where they can find you on social media. You already said where you was from. Let the people know where you from, Jay.
I'm from the Northeast too, at Jayy808 Official on all platforms.
What was it like growing up in the Northeast for y'all?
Go first. I was for you, bro.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I grew up back and forth between Glendale and Highland Park, so it's like my pops, he's from right there, and then my mom, she's from Glendale. So it's just back and forth my whole life. It was cool though, you feel me? That's cool.
I grew up in Glassell Park, you know. I went to like Glassell Park Elementary, Irving Middle School. I went to Eagle Rock High School around that area. It was cool growing up there, you know. I was cool with everybody when you like making music and stuff, then everybody's kind of interested in it. Especially from our area, like a lot of people weren't really doing that. Like they weren't really like focused up on that. So we're one of the very few people that actually like solidified this, you know.
Yeah. How did y'all two meet?
It's crazy. We actually met through the guy behind you right now. His name is
Mr. Playboy.
Mr. Playboy. Yeah, he actually, we call him the ASAP Yams of Northeast. He's like, he like puts everything together and like makes people meet people and like has like, you know, just makes it work. So, you know, we both got in. It's crazy actually. I got invited to a studio session with Cap G and Moneysign Suede. Yeah. And then he was engineering the session. And Moneysign Suede is his boy. So it was kind of like we met each other in that room. Like it just kind of was like, but we've known about each other. Yeah. We just never like got in the same room together. But after that, like we started hanging out, kicking it, and everything was just organic from there.
Yeah, for real. It was random too. Like I was just engineering, and then I've always heard about bro's music and stuff, and then he pulled up, and then like we just locked in like organically, like right away, and then we just started making music, and just like it's family now for real.
Hell yeah.
Nah, I rock with that for sure. Can y'all talk about like how y'all grew up? Was your parents around? Like what was that like? Y'all was good kids? What was that?
I was always a bad kid. Like, I grew up more with my mom's. Like I was like in the system, like back and forth, because they were separated. So like it was kind of wild. Like I on the weekends I'll be with my pops, and I just remember like riding around with him. Like he'd be serving plays, just doing business, bro. He'd be counting bands. And I just remember being a little kid.
Nah, yeah. For me, my pops passed away when I was 6, so I grew up with a single mother, you know. So you know, it was kind of hard for her, you know. And then she was an immigrant too, so you know, we just came from the bottom type, you know. But we made it work though, you know, made it happen. So just you know.
How do you feel like your dad passing at a very young age affected you?
For me, I mean, I remember a lot about my dad when I was younger, but I feel like I kind of grew into it. I think it affected him. I have an older brother who's 15, so I feel like it affected him a lot more, but in a positive way, though, in a way where, like, you know, either you have two things that happen to you when death happens. Either you like, it fucks you up 100%, or, like, you know, you build from it. And, like, my brother built from it, and luckily he was a good image for me to look at. So I seen him doing well, and it made me want to do better, you know what I mean? It didn't bring me down, you know, so... Shout out my brother. That's really the reason why everything really was able to go right, you know?
Nah, I rock with that. And I'm glad he was a good example for you to follow. For sure. Now, as far as like y'all getting into music, like how did that happen for y'all? And why did y'all choose music?
I had a homie in high school, the boy Crime. He was making beats, and he would always invite us to his pad just to blaze up and stuff. He was making beats. He started teaching me how to make beats. So, like, I started making beats before I started rapping. And then I learned how to engineer. And then it's just, that's how I got into it.
Yeah. For me, I used to freestyle when I was in elementary school. It's crazy. I was actually, like everybody always had me freestyle, you know? Like, not a lot of people were really doing that in our neighborhood. So, you know, they always had me freestyling and stuff. And then, like, I go to the barbershop, too. Like, they had me, like, freestyling at, like, 10, 11 years old. So I was always freestyling, you know. I used to always listen to like 50 Cent, like G-Unit, like that's what I grew up to because my brother grew up to that. So, you know, so I went from that, and then I started taking the music serious around like 2019. That's when I started investing in like paying studio time, and actually like believing like constructing actual like record though, you know, like learning how to do a hook and learning how to do the verses and put it together. Because you could rap, like that's cool, but if you can't put a song together, then it's not, you know, it's not gonna go.
Was there something specific that made you want to take it serious, or like what gets you to that point where you know you want to take it serious?
I feel like my first studio session, like I was intrigued on learning and just like becoming better. And so I just kept me in there and just focused up, and it kept me away from like just doing stupid shit. So like it just had me focused up, you know.
I did want to ask you this because I just been seeing it all over the internet, but but I'm not sure if y'all are y'all involved in like the Mexican politics is crazy to me, but like is that something y'all was involved in, or how did y'all stay out of that? Like
for me, I was always tapped in with everybody. I was always cool with everybody. But I personally never I saw a little more than just regular, you know. I didn't want to be a part of that because for me personally, I just didn't want to be I didn't want to have anybody really telling me like what to do, or, you know, I've always had, me growing up with a single mother, I had a problem with authority, so I just knew that wouldn't really be you know?
Yeah.
So for me personally, I was always cool with everybody though. I was always rapping though, like I said, just cool with everybody. So you know, that's how I stayed out of it, you know?
Yeah. For me, it was more like my whole family's affiliated and I was just around it. And they was just like, nah, you ain't got to do all that. So it's like, I would see everything happening and shit. Like, I fuck with everybody. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like I got a different path. Like, yeah. I'm more locked in.
Yeah. Nah, I rock with that for sure. L.A., to me, California in general, you seen like an uprise in Hispanic rappers just going up right now. Like,
yeah,
it's dope as fuck to see. But why do y'all think that is so like popping right now? Even out of California with Texas and other places and shit though, for sure.
Shit, why do I think that? I think it's just like bringing diversity. You know, there's a lot of people tapping in, you know, into hip hop culture and what it is, and I think that a lot of people just like to look at different cultures, you know, and how do the Mexicans do it? How do these people do it? You know, it's just like people like to browse and tune in. You know, they like to look at. And I just think that I think we are getting better collectively. Like, I feel like back then we weren't like really like doing it really like the way we are right now. So, you know, I feel like we're adjusting to it a little more, you know. Like, I feel like back then it was cool. There's a couple artists, but, you know, like I wouldn't say a lot of Hispanic artists were the best like in the early 2000s. So I feel like now it's really like just we're adjusting to it more, you know. So that's what I feel like is happening. Music
be changing hella fast nowadays, and it's like back then it was like that Chicano style rap, but now it's like. You got it's different sounds. It's just so much music going on.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. It's dope though. I think it's only gonna continue to grow because now that the attention is there, it's like everyone's trying to find the next person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Do y'all feel LA has the best Mexican food?
For sure.
I do.
For sure.
I 100% think that. I do. I've been to Texas too, so and Texas isn't bad. It's good, but come on, man. I'm like, I know the people in San Diego. They really.
I would say San Diego.
Man, San Diego's busting too. I'm not gonna lie. I like tacos de gordo too. Like I fuck with it down there, but I'm not gonna lie though. When it comes down to, you know, I feel like LA got the sauce, man.
I got you on that. As far as like the studio process, I know y'all just y'all dropped the project Finna Heat Up not too long ago, but like what has been like really that was in June. What was y'all studio process like for that?
Yeah. We just be in the studio damn near every day, like we go in there, we just make beats, we go as we go, and like we don't really be writing. It's like we just go in the booth, start punching in, like, cause I feel like it's more organic, cause it's what you think of in the moment. You feel me? Shit.
Yeah. Man, we be booking 12-hour sessions, and we just be in that bitch. And honestly, me and bro, we have almost like 300 records done together. Like, and we had to like narrow down everything that we wanted to release. But me and bro's process is like. We could literally go back and forth and freestyle like off the top, and we literally will make a record in like less than 20 minutes. Like, we be making some shit. I ain't gonna lie.
And like we very versatile. Like we don't stick just to the West Coast sound. We do trap sound. We do like even alternative. Like I've done reggaeton, EDM, everything. Like,
how important do you think that is? Because you know, a lot of times with West Coast artists, sometimes they do get super boxed in because of a West Coast sound, quote unquote. But like, why was it important for y'all to go outside the box with it?
I feel like that differentiates a rapper between an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like an artist, he gonna fuck around with any sound and just like see what you come up with, even if it sounds like trash. At least you trying. You know, it's not like you're gonna release it. You know, you just working.
Yeah.
Being creative as an artist.
That's what you got to do as an artist. You have to learn how to be diverse and step into different fields, different places. If you want to expand, it just depends what type of artist you want to be. Like if you want to be a West Coast California artist, which there's nothing wrong with that. Revenue still comes in, you know.
Yeah.
But it just depends what type of artist you want to be. Like for me personally, I always said I wanted to go global. I wanted to make music like Future. I wanted to like be like Travis, like just have a big crowd, you know.
Yeah.
Like so we do everything. So like we could do the West Coast too, but mainly we do a lot of different sounds. Like from the South, we like a lot of stuff from like Atlanta, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that was actually something I was thinking about recently. I was telling the homie, he was like, why do they not play Cali rap outside of California?
But we play that. Huh?
And he was like, but we play their shit. And I was like, man, I don't know. California's always been super receptive to me to the South and like even the East Coast. Like you say, you grew up on G-Unit. I grew up on a lot of 50 Cent and down South music, but like, I don't know, like. But yeah, some artists do only really care about being popping on the West Coast.
Yeah.
But I think like it's gonna take more artists with your mindset that want to be bigger than the West Coast to bring people back out here to fuck with it, to play their music in like Atlanta and New York and shit, like because they really won't play West Coast music out there, which is messed up. But
yeah, I mean personally, I never want to go to New York and I have fucking 100 people in my crowd, and I'm here in California rocking out 2,000.
Yeah.
Like, that to me, I would feel like I'm incomplete. Like I'm not doing something correctly as an artist.
Yeah.
You know, because like when I land a touchdown, I want to get love too. You know, so it's like, you feel me? But that's what I think. You know.
Nah, for sure. As far as the project, do y'all have a favorite song on this one?
Man, that's always my hardest question.
It switches off for me too. I ain't gonna lie, I like Locations. Locations is fire.
Locations for sure.
You know, and then Boss You Up, and Northeast Babies. Those three are probably like Rich Off Glitches. Rich Off Glitches. Jakarta snapped on that for sure.
Nah, shout out Jakarta. That's the guy.
That's the boy.
What does that mean to y'all? Rich Off Glitches? Can y'all explain that?
Wait, what you say in another interview? You say it's pretty self-explanatory. You said Rich Off Glitches. You know, we like,
you know.
Yeah, you just get a remote control left, down, right, up, you know, and it's like a money glitch.
Like San Andreas, you have the whole list of the cheat codes.
Yeah,
that's what it
left,
is.
down, right, up.
Do y'all have advice for like up and coming artists that just want to get in the music industry? Like, what's something that y'all wish y'all knew when y'all first was getting into it that could maybe help them?
Invest in yourself. Don't be trying to be something you're not. Like, cause this rap shit it's a money war. It's competition. It's like you're an athlete, but you gotta think like you LeBron James. You feel me? Like, just lock in.
Oh yeah. Like bro said, invest in yourself, bro. You know, just your talent is everybody. A lot of people have talent, but talent doesn't get you paid. You got to learn how to revenue it into bread. You know, it's not. So if you want to make money off of this and be successful, then you got to pay to play, and you have to invest back in the coach that's going to invest back into you. You know.
Nah, for sure. That's good. I like that. Rigo, I want to talk to you about like you've worked with a lot of big artists, Peso Peso, Cap G, D Savage, Chris King. Like, how did some of those connections come about? Rest in peace, Chris King. Maybe start off with like, how did y'all two get connected, and what was your relationship?
Okay, so the first ever big investment that I made into my career was a feature with D Savage. Luckily, I be talking to Young Weege once in a while, and he made that possible. I hit him up, and you know, because I used to hit up D Savage all the time, but that man will never open your messages. Like, so like if you try to get a feature with D Savage, you gotta know somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was my first big feature that I did, and I invested $5K into it. and everything just worked out perfectly, got aligned perfectly, and then after that, I felt like more doors started opening after I did that feature. That really like that's my video that has 100K, so that like it went up. And after that, I just I kind of saw a formula. I never really knew what I was doing. I just was I'm my own manager. I do everything myself, so I never really I just was eyeballing what could work, you know. And also like I wanted to grow relationships with these artists as well, you know, as like somebody always does, you know, and like luckily I was able to do that with a couple artists, you know, and yeah, just like I said, invest in yourself. So this is all a campaign. Like you gotta learn how to boost your campaign in some way. So like if you own like a like a food business and you have a famous person in your food business and you take a picture of the person there, like your business is gonna go up, you know. It's just that's how people eat with their eyes, you know. So that's what I thought of.
What was it initially that made you like feel like, okay, I would want to invest and buy a feature? Because you know, I ran into artists that be like, man, I'll never buy a feature. Then I'm running into some and be like, that was the best thing I ever did. Yeah. What is it that made you just say fuck it and do it?
What it was mainly like I feel like at the time when I did it, a lot of people weren't doing that. I feel like we were in a place in music where like people were like not really. And then on top of that, I shot a video. I focus on visuals because like visuals are like what people want to see. Like if you have a song with somebody, that's cool. But like if you want to see the actual visual of someone, so I just for me personally, like I just looked at it like it was just like, you know, it worked for me. And for me personally, I don't think that I don't have such an ego or a pride where I think in my head that like I can't do features with people. Like that's how you need to. In order to make this happen, you got to turn that ego off too. You got to learn how to be cool with people and network. If you have an ego in your mind and you're like you think that you're the best when you're in the room, there's somebody that will show you that you're not the best in the room. You know, and like so you gotta learn how to humble that and like just keep it more cool and just be cool with everybody. You know, like it's not always trying to be the best person in the room. You know, it's like just be cool, lay back. You know.
Cap G, how did y'all two get connected?
Man, that's a boy. It's I hit him up too for a feature. That was the second one. That was the second feature I got. After that feature, we locked in 100%. The vibe that we felt was just like everything was organic and natural. And after that, like he hit me up. He was like, "Come to Houston, like fly out here." Like, you know, and I flew out there. Luckily, I had cousins out there, so you know, I got love out there in the South. And then from that helped me. I went on tour with him and Brick Wolfpack because of Cap G. Cap G like opened the doors for me. He had me in Miami and Lil Haiti, tapped in with some homies out there. Like he had me go around. He really honestly like set the tone for me. You know, took it to the next level for me as an artist.
Which is something that a lot of artists don't always do. So I know that he genuinely actually like fuck with you. You feel me? Because you gotta really fuck with somebody to bring them on tour.
I know Cap G fucked with me when he brought me on tour, and he dipped out. He dipped out to go like do some shit, and then he was like, "Hey, if you want to sleep on my room, like you could sleep in my master bedroom in the bed." And like he let me sleep on his bed and shit. So that's what I knew. And I was sleeping on the couch at the time, so I knew that like I was like, "Damn," I was like, "This fool does fuck with me." Like
for sure.
You know.
I don't know if we got to talk about Chris King and like y'all relationship.
Man, I was a boy, man. Chris King, he was the type of dude where like he'll FaceTime me randomly, I'll FaceTime him, you know, and like we would just always check up on me. You know, he showed our record, like we did a record and we shot a video, and we have been talking about shooting a record and then doing a video for a long time, for like a good year, but we just never like got in the room. But when we did it, like it just like everything was natural, and like, you know, I'm gonna be honest, Chris King probably gave me the best verse I've ever seen like somebody do. He bodied my shit. He fucking control versed the fuck out of my shit.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know, he went off of my shit, and after that, he called me on FaceTime one time, and I was in Vegas. I was fucked up in Vegas at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I got a call from Chris King. He's like, "Yo," he's like, "I was in the car with D Savage and Mad Ox." He's like, they fuck with the song." I was like, "Damn, that's what's up." Like, he's like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "Keep going crazy." Like, he was always check up on me. I'm gonna call him on his birthday too. Like, he was bottle serviced up.
Yeah.
Like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" I'm like, "Happy birthday, bro." He looks at me. He's like, "Thanks, Rigo." Like, I fuck with you. Like, this is just the boy, bro. Just has a lot of charisma. Just good person, you know. Unfortunate what happened, you know, and
yeah, for sure.
You know, and my condolences to the family, you know, and to the good friends that were there and supported him, you know.
Not for sure. With like being willing to spend your money and being not like streaming away from like investing in yourself, have you ever had any moments of like bad experiences in the music industry with like getting features and stuff like that?
See, it's crazy that you say that. I actually did have like a little recent thing, and it kind of made me not want to like ever invest it. Well, now I'm at a point where I feel like I don't need to. I feel like now I have people hitting me up to do features, so it's kind of the tables have turned now, you know. But the last experience I had was I shot a video with I don't know if you guys know who this artist is. You know, West Coast artist AFN Peso. I think he was on this podcast. If I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. So I shot a video with him, and then he made me book his director too for the video, and then I never got the video sent to me, and then he ends up putting the verse that he did on my record on his album too. So it was just like really bad business, you know. And I think that for me personally, I think running off on upcoming artists is like that's not correct, you know, like because there are people out here who like they ask their parents or they ask people to like help put up money to make this big investment in their dream, you know, and like it was just kind of fucked up how that happened, you know. It is what it is though, you know, like I think they understand that there's bad business and good business, you know, and there's like you can go from there, you know.
How do you feel that someone could avoid something like that happening, or?
Well, I think just don't just book your own director. Make sure you got two directors. Shit, I didn't know that the director is cool with the artist and they were gonna plan a whole scheme and not send the video over, and you know, like I never thought that was gonna happen, but I mean it is what it is, you know. So
you saying that you got a feature and the video, and then you end up not getting anything?
Yeah, man, we shot it at Chalice, at Chalice Recording Studios, and you know, and at the time, I mean, the vibe felt like cool. Like, I mean, you know, bro came through with his homies, and like we shot the video, and you know, we shot the video for like 2 or 3 hours. Like, so I don't know, like it just to me, that's pretty lame. Like if you're gonna come and like do all these things in front of a camera and for 3 hours, and you know, not end up putting the video out. You know, and then on top of that, like bro rapped the verse that he already had ready to go on his album, and within the next two months after that, so he knew what he was doing. So, and he had posted like he was doing features for 5 artists. So I don't know what happened to the other 4 artists. I don't know if they, you know, but if you guys don't have a voice, I do. So, you know, just letting y'all know that that shit is lame. It's not, there's nothing cool about that, you know, and it's just like it is what it is. You can't really like, what is there to do about a situation like that when you got to play chess around? It's not like you got like finessing like like someone took your chain or something. It's more on some passive aggressive shit, you know. So, but yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's crazy as fuck. I'm sorry that happened.
Nah, yeah.
Jay, I wanted to get to it with you. You produced for Suede.
Yeah.
How did y'all two meet, and how did that come about? I
met bro through the other homie Cypress.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Shout out Cypress, man. That's the guy, man. Yeah. He's on Rich Out Glitches too, by the way, too.
Yeah, he producing a couple
big
tracks
Cypress
for the next tape. But we locked in, and then ever since that night, like it was genuine. Like we was always working like a lot during the last couple months before he turned himself in and stuff. And I remember like the day he turned himself in, I was in the studio with him all night till like 7 a.m. Yeah, but yeah, like that was the boy. He super genuine, man, dude. Like, yeah.
Yeah, when I met Moneysign Suede with bro, he was super genuine. He was like, I remember he like looked at me. He's like, "Hey, fool, you want something from 7-Eleven?" And I looked at him and I was like, he never talked to me ever in my life. So to me, I'm like the fact that bro came up to me to ask me if I want something from 7-Eleven, like, that's a genuine person right there. Like, you don't gotta ask me if I want something. You know, it's cool. So that's my little experience with bro, but he was cool though. You know, but R.I.P. bro though.
No, R.I.P. Suede for sure. I was supposed to interview him, man. Shit ended up not happening, but definitely was super talented coming out of the SoCal, LA shit, feel me?
Yeah. He really paved the way for Hispanic artists.
Yeah, for definitely.
Sure. He was like, definitely at the forefront of kicking it off. And it's crazy how one person can switch the whole situation up. Because once he came out, of course, I'm trying to figure out, oh shit, who else is dope? He dope as fuck. Gotta be somebody else. Nah, that's tight.
Yeah, that influence for sure.
Nah, for sure. Like,
shout out LV,
fashion
man.
and hella shit.
Shout out the boy LV, man. Parkside homies, man. They cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Parkside Deco, cool homie. You know, all these people from Parkside cool as fuck, man.
For sure.
Are there any other people or that you produce for?
Yeah, I've worked with a gang of people, bro. Like I've worked with Trippy before.
Oh, that's crazy.
Kalan. I worked with Conrad.
He engineered scoring.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah, a bunch of artists.
How, like, I think I'm more intrigued with, like, making beats and engineering. Do those two go hand in hand in your eyes?
You have to, bro, because pulling up as an engineer, they're always in the studio looking for beats. So it's like a plus that you make beats. You feel me? It just helps a lot.
No, that is very true. Because they looking for beats, you like, shit, I got some beats.
Yeah.
what was your first placement, though? And how hard was it to get that?
The scoring was my first placement.
That was your first placement?
Yeah. But it's not my beat. I engineered it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there was this studio in downtown, Vertigo. Like, I was engineering for, like, his manager. His name's Hustle Man. Mm-hmm. He just plugged me in. He would always bring me into all these sessions with people. I guess he saw my vision. He was fucking with it. Like, my talent speaks for itself, you know? So it's like, it felt amazing for real. Like, once I did that song, I was like, yeah, I like this. I'm meant for this, you know? Like, it just motivated me more to, like, keep making music.
No, I think that's super tight. I think I feel like people don't always show the engineer the love that they need, because really that's the person to me that's to start the show.
Yeah, putting everything together. I can make you sound terrible. I can make you sound amazing.
Exactly.
I'll be saying the engineer's like a barber. That's like I think the best, the best type of analogy there is for that.
Nah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Do you have any is there any advice you could give to people that want to make beats and want to engineer and like? Because I think that's like a tap. Well, a lot of people make beats. I can say that. Well, that's something they want to do, but I don't think it's as much focus on the engineer side.
Yeah. Honestly, you just gotta have a lot of patience, and like the first, like even year or two of you working with people, you might have to do free sessions or charge less. But like, if you really got that talent and that drive, like over time, you're gonna succeed for sure.
It'll work when you catering to people for sure. You know, because the game is all about like catering when you're coming up type shit. It's all about like, you know, like
once you solidify your name, then it's go time. You gotta go crazy.
How did people close to y'all react about y'all starting to make music? Was it initial support? Was it people like, man, don't do that, do something else, get a job? Like, what was that like?
A little bit of everything. I feel like some people was rocking, some people were like laughing for real, like, I don't know. But nowadays, they be trying to tap in like, oh, how you been, this and that. It's like, man.
Yeah.
Do y'all allow people like that to come back around? Maybe that wasn't fucking with you at first, and they see you starting to
very selective.
Work with people that see you start produce big records. Now they like, shit, let me lock back in with bro.
Yeah. We don't. None of the circle stays tight. You feel me?
Very selective with who we fuck with.
Hell yeah.
Which is important for sure. Do y'all believe that in like, especially with the music industry, we know how it is. It's extremely important to keep a tight knit circle.
No, you have to for sure.
You have to understand what business is and what friendship is.
Because one loose screw gonna fuck up the whole program.
Yeah. If somebody never heard a song from y'all, what song would you tell them to listen to?
Damn. I'll say, for me, I'll probably go with like, damn, there's so many songs. Probably like
the ones off your last project. Yeah. The last project in general, your whole last project.
There's a Who Would Have Known, the one Hooters,
and bro, yeah, that shit's hard.
Those top two for sure. What about you?
Me, Digital Cash. Yeah. That was like one of my favorite ones that I recently did. Don't Panic. You know, I like the project we have. I listened to the whole thing from top to bottom, and that wasn't even. We just put that together just to put something out. Mm-hmm. That's not even really like a very like concentrated like project, but that project was we had some fun doing that project for sure. So that was for sure something.
Can we expect like what can we expect new coming from y'all? Y'all got just in general.
Yeah, we got Rich Out Glitches 2 coming out. Mm-hmm. That's more of a West Coast Detroit type vibe for this project. We got Cypress on there. We're trying to get one good feature on there type shit, like just one. And then after that, yeah, we'll do that, and then we're almost done with the project. Probably like 70-80% in, and then we got a video with Cypress too, so that's coming up.
Probably drop like early September. We gonna drop.
Okay, for sure. If y'all could relive your life, is there anything y'all would change, or what would you want to change about it?
Yeah, not a damn thing.
Nah, I'm happy.
Straight up.
Keep it all the same?
Yeah.
Not a damn thing, straight up.
That's what made us who we are today, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't mean I would have doubts in what I got going on now, and I don't. I think it's in a good path, you know.
How do you keep the doubt away?
I think I try to I always try to add I just think about how confident I am when I move with everything, and it just kind of the confidence and just working kind of keeps me away from thinking of negative thoughts. I try my best to be optimistic, because I feel like when I think negatively, negative things happen. So that's for me personally. But I know a lot of different people, they worry a lot, you know. But I try to not worry, because then that second doubts your decisions on what you're trying to do. You know.
Nah, that is something hard. Even with me, not that I'll be having self-doubt, but I just be
like decision making, right?
Overthinking shit.
Yeah, and that comes a lot from our family, you know, growing up, you know, if your mom or your dad used to worry a lot, then you're probably gonna worry a lot, you know. So
for sure.
It's something you gotta just within yourself try to you know,
break the cycle,
break the cycle. Yeah.
So
for sure.
Do y'all believe in aliens or ghosts?
I believe in all that.
Shit, the homie right here.
I've never seen anything.
He's an extraterrestrial.
Nah, I believe in all that for sure. There's definitely something out there. We're such a small little piece of dust in this whole universe. You know.
I think that there definitely is ghosts, aliens, all that for sure.
Have y'all ever seen anything?
I personally never seen nothing, but I seen videos on Area 51 and shit. That's just crazy. You feel me? You know?
Nah, that's funny, but I believe in it as well for sure. Any shows coming up that the people should be in tune with, or?
Yeah, we're trying to put our LA show together for sure. We're trying to get the homie Cap G for sure. I'm trying to put him on there. We're having conversations of probably putting Bravo on there too, and putting some homies from Parkside too to represent for you know.
We independent, so it's we putting all this together on our own.
Yeah.
We ain't got nobody funding this shit but us.
Yeah.
Would y'all choose to sign a deal? Is that something y'all would be interested in?
I feel we need the leverage for sure. So I want
that push.
We're just building our leverage, you know. But I do think that push would definitely be good, or a distribution deal type vibe, you know. Sure.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
You know.
Is there anything that y'all want to address specifically, or that we didn't talk about that y'all want to discuss?
Shit. Thank you for having us here, bro. You know, you have a lot of West Coast legends that were on here, so you know we had to come on here and lay it down. You feel me? And definitely put on for the section, bro. You know, appreciate you.
I appreciate it. Could y'all give them your Instagrams one more time so they know where to follow you at?
Yep, mine on Instagram.com/Aud Rigo Jayy808RIGO.
Yep, and then mine's at Jayy808 official is Jayy808 official. All platforms.
Yeah.
You already know what it is, man. You locked in with the Innovators. We got the best interviews on my channel right here. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Definitely dope interview on the way for sure.
Appreciate you, man.